The news starts now. AM 1240 and 95.3 FM. WJON.
Good morning. I'm Jim Maurice. It is 6:05 and we're at 61 degrees. Your WJON weather eye forecast coming up in a few minutes after the news. News this hour brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant. Central Minnesota got some heavy rain overnight. The National Weather Service says St. Cloud officially had about 1.75 inches of rain from yesterday afternoon through early this morning. We're now more than 5 inches above normal for precipitation since the first of the year. A portion of Ojai County was in a flood warning this morning because of excessive rainfall there. Communities like Wilmer, New London, Spicer could have had some flooding. Another round of strong storms is possible with heavy rain tomorrow. Hennepin County prosecutors are dismissing charges against State Trooper Ryan Londrigan in the fatal shooting of Ricky Cobb II.
Londrigan was charged with second-degree murder, assault, and manslaughter for shooting 33-year-old Cobb during a traffic stop last July on I-94 in North Minneapolis. County Attorney Mary Moriarty said defense lawyers presented several new pieces of evidence that would make it impossible for the state to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Londrigan's actions were not an authorized use of force by a peace officer. She plans to discuss her decision to drop charges at a morning news conference. Brent Palm reporting.
There had been calls for Governor Tim Walz to reassign the case from Hennepin County to the Minnesota Attorney General's office. Well, the finale for the Women's Fund, Dancing with Our Stars event, is 1 week from tonight. And of course, I'm raising money for Quiet Oaks Hospice House. Executive Director Linda Allen says both the money and the awareness raised by the campaign have a lot of value.
And I think just the excitement that this is bringing, the community awareness, the opportunity for us to talk about who and what Quiet Oaks is, what hospice is, raising that awareness to our community is so important. And we thank you and all of the dancers that are part of this event, because it's such a great gift that they're giving back to the community.
60% of the dancers' final score based on how much money they raise, and then 40% is based on the dance. The winning dancer gets an extra $15,000 for their charity. If you'd like to make a donation to Quiet Oaks Dancing with Our Stars fundraising campaign, there is a link to donate in this story. You can find the story on the WJON mobile app. You can also drop off a donation at our front desk if you'd rather do it that way. Very large rubber duck coming to Princeton. The world's largest rubber duck will be in town this week in conjunction with the Rum River Festival. Chamber of Commerce Executive Director Kim Young says they are excited for her arrival.
She is known as Mama Duck, and she is more than 6 stories high, so around 61 feet high. We actually have a parade that's happening the day before her debut here in Princeton, and people have asked us, is she going to be in the parade? No, because she wouldn't be able to fit down our streets.
Her 10-foot baby duck, Timmy, often comes along with her. She'll be on display in downtown Princeton this Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., then Sunday from 11 till 5. It is free for you to see the rubber duck and take photos with her. Now that the most successful Timberwolves season in 2 decades is over, the president of basketball operations, Tim Connolly, says they're not interested in going backwards during the offseason.
By all accounts, ownership has given us no indication we're going to be anything but aggressive and, try to get over one more hump. We got over a big hump after 20 years this year, but we're certainly not content.
Connolly says to be an even better team next season, he will likely walk a fine line of pushing for internal improvement on the existing roster, as well as potentially adding a player or two via free agency. WJON news time is 6:09. We're at 61 right now. News this hour brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant. Your WJON Weather Eye forecast is on the way next. St. Cloud for Avon. Now the rain's done. It will become clear today. 80 for a high with southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So a very pleasant Monday throughout the day. Tonight, partly cloudy, 64 overnight, and the southeast wind at 5. Tomorrow's the next round of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Some could be strong to severe. 95% chance for rain, maybe about a half inch of rain during the day. 80 for a high tomorrow. South wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour. In the extended forecast on Wednesday, mainly clear skies with a scattered thunderstorm possible again later in the day. 75 on Wednesday. After that, looks pretty quiet. On Thursday, partly cloudy and 67. Friday, sunny and 71. WJON News Times coming up on 6:12. Again, we had about 1.75 inches of rain overnight. A lot of rain. 61 is our temperature right now. For more St. Cloud area news, sports, and weather, download our free WJON app on your smartphone or your tablet. Jim Maurice, WJON.
All right, Jim, today, did you know it is World Bicycle Day?
I did not know that.
Okay, see, I'm breaking news to you. All right, so here's some interesting facts about bicycles. So the first commercially available bicycles were created in France in the 1860s. However, the modern design we know today was created in England. About 100 million bicycles are manufactured worldwide each year. Currently, it's estimated that there are over 1 billion bicycles in use around the world. A lot of biking. 5% of all trips in the United Kingdom are made with bicycles. In the Netherlands, a staggering 30% of trips are made via bike. However, less than 1% of all trips in the United States are made by cycling.
Yeah.
We drive places.
We do.
The word bicycle comes from the French word bicyclette. Before this name, bicycles were known by velocipedes. The fastest recorded speed of a human riding a bike is 183.9 miles an hour.
Wow. How's that even possible?
I don't even know how that's possible. 183 miles an hour?
Downhill, maybe, I suppose.
I guess. Yikes. I'd feel a little concerned.
Yeah.
Would you feel comfortable doing that?
Not safe.
I don't think I would. Bicycles are considered great for the planet. They save upwards of 238 million gallons of gas every year. Yearly cost of maintenance of a bike is 20 times cheaper than a car.
Of course.
There are twice as many bicycles in the world than cars. Studies have proven that cycling is great for your health. It's one of the best pastimes for people who want to reduce the risk of having heart disease and a stroke. Over 90% of all bike trips are shorter than 9.3 miles. There are over 800 active cycling clubs in the United States. The average New York City bike commute takes around 35 minutes. It can be much faster than riding the subway. 10% of the workforce in New York City commutes by bike. There's some sobering cycling safety information. If we triple the number of cyclists on the road, the rate of motorist bicycle accidents would decrease by 50%. Interesting how they came to that conclusion.
Right. Yeah.
Each year, the world produces 2.5 times more bikes than automobiles. So bikes are still very relevant and prevalent in the area. See a lot of people biking in your neighborhood?
Not biking so much. A lot of people walk in my neighborhood, but I don't see a lot of bicyclists, just other than the kids, of course.
Yeah, I'd say I see more walking than biking, too.
But you go to a trail, like, we know the Lake Wobegon Trail is wildly popular.
Yeah.
Other trails.
Beaver Island Trail.
Yeah. And then we go down to the cities, the trails down there always seem to have people on them. So it is a popular sport for sure. So.
Yeah. All right, what do you got coming up at 6:30?
We'll talk about summer gas prices at the bottom of the hour.
All right, Jim, thank you. 6:15, 61 degrees. Coming up next on WJON, a look at what's happening in sports.